Okay, with your home layout for the mobile layout, I like the one column, I like the welcome being up here, then the paragraph here, graphic, comment. Work in the footer area down there. I think we either have to center it. Maybe we don't put your address in. Maybe we just put in the Behance link, and then put like a social icon for Behance. That might work. Um, I'm just this graphic you have here. I'm trying to figure out how that fits with this here about you. Um, is this a logo that you want to create instead of this up here? I know this is probably the picture of you. I almost feel like, you know, if I just had the picture of you up here in the left hand side, um, I don't think I can. Hold on a second. If you make this picture of your head into a transparent PNG in Photoshop, so one of the things you could do here, hold on a second. I went in and created a very quick PNG. I don't have your actual image, so it's going to look a little pixelated and so forth. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to once I place this in, I'm going to cut it out. And then I'm going to take my type tool, I'm going to click right before my, I'm going to paste it. Then I'm going to simply use the wrap option up, up here on the options bar, and this is very similar to what you learn in InDesign Illustrator. And I'm going to wrap it here to the right hand side. Well, actually, maybe the left side. So, and in theory, if you do adjustments, you could probably make this a little bit larger. The only problem here, of course, is my image is going to be pixelated. You don't want that as much. But just adding a transparent PNG definitely would help out there on that page. Okay. The other thing, as we take a look here, your mobile layout. I like the size of the graphics, though, both are portrait size up here. It'd be nice if they were the same width, balance, symmetry, you know. And then like this graphic here, the left edge should probably go to the left edge of this and then the right edge over here. I definitely, that'd be something to look at on that. Um, so if we think about that, here's if you go up here and click on the first one, resize 169 by 254. Okay, either bring it in Photoshop and crop it to that size. If you do it here, 169, you have to turn off the constrain option. And I'm just going to make it, it's going to distort it a little bit, but it shouldn't be too much. But see, what I'm doing here is I want to go in, and that's going to be the actual same width, and just a little extra gap in there, I think that's going to help out. Okay. For that mobile layout down here at the bottom, like I said, I think what you should just do is just have your Behance, and then what I would do is go out and find Behance social icon. Tons of them out there, you know. Download it, update it, maybe change the color, whatever, make a transparent PNG, and then put it on here, and then with your address over here to the right or below it. So I would just delete your address there, you know, and just include Behance stuff that's there. Um, it is on your desktop version. This graphic in the background is just a little. It works on your mobile, but with this here, I don't know. I got to think about that because it just doesn't work with the flow or the layout that much. So if I do that, I would have this the same size as this over here. Only thing is, up here where it says reach me, see the colon? The other colons are not the same, so they're not using the same font. So either change it back to Arial or wherever it was, or make sure these are the same font choices over here. Um, okay, so the other thing I want to look at, with your style guide, you need to have your wireframes added. That's just supposed to be added to your documentation. So that was not in here. The other thing I want to do is I want to check and see if you're consistent from page to page based on your style guide. Now I notice here that, let's see here, portfolio top heading. I'm not a big fan when you have headings and subheadings totally different here. You got Garamond, you got Pristina, you got Gill Sands. So let's just take a look here what you have on these other pages. Let me go back to the desktop. That's probably be the easiest. And we'll open up that contact. So this here is Gill Sands Ultra Bold, and then this paragraph is Arial 17. Okay, so body text Arial 17. Okay, either I can go with the different font sizes. I understand that. Arial. Okay, so Arial seems to be the consistent for body. What I probably want you to do is determine the main heading and subheading. So here you're saying that you want this to be the heading and subheading, then you need to make sure that's on every page that way. So when I come back here, this is Arial, so this is where you would say this would be the Gill Sand, what was it, Ultra Bold that you had, or is it Gill Sand? So, and then here's Arial for the body text, but for the heading, you definitely want to make sure that you change that, okay? Because that's an important aspect. You have your title heading up here, and then let's see here. Is that? That's a graphic. It looks like so. Um, but and then your navigation bar looks like you're using Helvetica, so you definitely want to keep the same. That's not consistent in that sense. I would probably say Arial for your navigation bar. Well, up here you say Sego, but I don't see that. So I want you to kind of get the fonts a little more consistent.